The Young and the Restless week of January 19th update. Victoria's bold move, Abby and Devon's disaster. Jack blasts Billy. Genoa City erupts. Victoria's corporate coup, a gala gone horribly wrong, and a brotherly war reaches its boiling point. The quiet, snow-dusted streets of Genoa City belied the volcanic eruptions within its power centers this week, as personal vendettas collided with corporate ambitions and romantic foundations shattered in a very public spectacle. For residents of this perpetually turbulent town, the week of January 19th proved that the only predictable element here is the thrilling, devastating unpredictability of it all. Victoria Newman's Midnight Gambit, a hostile takeover of the heart. All eyes were on Newman Enterprises, where Victoria Newman, ever her father's daughter, executed a move so bold it left the executive suite gasping. However, this wasn't a strike against a competitor, but a calculated, deeply personal siege on the man who shares her bed and her company's co-CEO title, Claire Grace's unlikely guardian, Cole Howard. Sources inside Newman confirm that Victoria, increasingly sidelined by the Cole and Victor alliance that has dominated recent strategy, made her power play not in the boardroom, but in the sanctity of the penthouse. In a scene charged with more tension than any shareholder meeting, Victoria presented Cole with a restructured leadership proposal, effectively demoting him to a purely advisory role while she assumes sole executive authority. "This isn't about us," Victoria was overheard telling a stunned Cole in the Crimson Lights lounge, her voice low but steely. "This is about Newman Enterprises, my legacy, and right now, the constant whispers about your loyalties to my father, to your past with my mother, to this sudden paternal role, are a liability I can no longer afford." Cole's response was a mixture of betrayal and grim understanding. Insiders whisper he saw the ghost of Victor Newman in Victoria's unwavering gaze, a realization that cut deeper than any professional slight. This power struggle has now been violently transplanted from the corporate ladder to their home, with Claire caught anxiously in the middle. Has Victoria's ruthless pursuit of her birthright finally cost her the most mature love she's ever known? The icy silence between the co-CEOs suggests the war for Newman has just entered its most intimate and devastating chapter. Chance.com crashes and burns. A gala of good intentions, a night of catastrophe. Across town, the highly anticipated grand opening gala for Abby Newman Abbott and Devon Hamilton's Chance.com, a media venture named in honor of Abby's late husband, transformed from a night of philanthropic hope into a five-alarm public relations disaster. The event, held at the opulent Grand Phoenix, was intended to be a celebration of new beginnings and community support. Disaster struck when the keynote presentation, a heartfelt holographic tribute to Chance, was hijacked by a malicious cyber attack. The shimmering image of the beloved police detective flickered and was replaced with a rapid-fire montage of private company emails, distorted financial projections, and most cruelly, candid, off-color comments allegedly made by Devon questioning Abby's business acumen. The ballroom descended into a stunned, then murmuring chaos. Abby, resplendent in a gold gown, stood frozen on the stage, her face a mask of utter humiliation and rage. Devon's attempts to control the situation only amplified the chaos as the spliced audio of his own voice, real or fabricated, echoed through the hall. "This wasn't just an attack on our company," a shell-shocked Abby confided to her mother, Ashley, later. "This was an attack on Chance's memory, on my judgment, on everything." And to hear those words from my partner. The fallout was immediate and severe. Major backers withdrew on the spot, and the trust at the core of Abby and Devon's partnership lies in ruins. The question on everyone's lips: who engineered this sabotage? An external rival, or a betrayal from within their own inner circle? The hunt for the culprit has begun, but the scars on Chance.com and this friendship may already be too deep to heal. The Abbott Civil War. Jack draws a line in the sand. Meanwhile, at Jabot Cosmetics, the long-simmering fraternal Cold War between Jack Abbott and Billy Boy reached a scorching new climax. Fueled by his own failures and a toxic cocktail of envy and self-loathing, Billy has been waging a guerrilla campaign against Jack's leadership, using his column at the Genoa City Rest to plant seeds of doubt about Jabot's direction. This week, Jack had finally had enough. He didn't summon Billy to the office. He cornered him at the society, turning the elegant eatery into a courtroom. You want to critique the CEO? Fine. Step down from the board, sell your shares, and write your little missives from the outside. Jack thundered, his voice uncharacteristically loud, drawing stares from every table. But you do not get to collect a paycheck from this company, a company our parents built, while you actively try to burn it to the ground because you were too angry to look in the mirror. The verbal lashing was brutal, comprehensive, and public. Jack laid bare Billy's pattern of self-destruction and his recent manipulation of Kyle Abbott, accusing him of exploiting family for his own bruised ego. Billy, for once, was rendered speechless, not by anger, but by the stark, undeniable truth in Jack's words. The confrontation ended not with a fistfight, but with a devastating ultimatum. Get in line or get out. This may be the moment their relationship fractures beyond repair, or the painful jolt Billy needs to finally begin his true redemption. The ball is now, irrevocably, in Billy's court. In the shadows and sidebars, Nate's calculated retreat, Dr. Nate Hastings, observing the chaos at Newman and Chancellor Winters with a clinician's eye, has begun quietly distancing himself from all factions. Is this self-preservation, or is the ambitious physician quietly positioning himself as a stable alternative in the coming shakeups? Lily's burden. Lily Winters, shouldering the weight of both her family's company and her brother's very public disgrace, found a moment of solace in an unexpected conversation with Daniel Romalodi. Could this shared understanding of complex family dynamics blossom into something more? Audra's ambitious gaze. Never one to let a crisis go to waste, Audra Charles watched Victoria's coup and Devon's disaster with keen interest. Her phone has been unusually active, leading to speculation that she is networking herself into a position of significant power amid the wreckage. This week in Genoa City was a stark reminder that in the quest for power, love, and legacy, the boldest moves often carry the highest costs. Victoria may have won the battle at Newman, but at what price to her soul? Abby and Devon dream lies in ashes, and the Abbott brothers stand on a precipice that could change their family forever. As the January chill deepens, so do the fractures in this town's foundation. One thing is certain, the aftermath will be even more restless.